It begins in silence. The crack of a bat. The echo of a crowd that once roared for glory, now replaced by the quiet uncertainty of the offseason. 50 names. 50 stories. 50 chances to rewrite destiny. Every winter, baseball resets. Teams crumble, rebuild, reload. But this offseason, is unlike any other. Because for the first time in years, the market is overflowing with stars, redemption arcs, and unfinished business. Some will chase rings. Others will chase revenge. But one truth binds them all: no one is safe when the game becomes business. The whispers started the moment the final out of the World Series dropped into a glove. Who's staying? Who's leaving? And who's about to shock the entire baseball world? Let's start with the headliners, the Giants walking into the storm. Shohei Ohtani has changed everything. His contract reshaped what players dare to dream. Now every superstar stares at that number, wondering if they too can touch immortality. Juan Soto, still just 27, enters free agency not as a veteran, but as a legend in waiting. A swing that breaks physics. A patience that breaks pitchers. But will the Yankees open the vault to keep him? Or will another empire rise to claim him? Then there's Vladimir Guerrero Jr., a name that carries weight like thunder. For years, he's battled expectation and pressure. But this offseason, he's free to write his own story. The question is, will he chase history, or happiness? Corbin Burns. The quiet assassin. A pitcher who doesn't shout, he suffocates you with silence. His cutter still slices through hope, his eyes locked on nothing but the next victim. Every contender wants him, but only one will get him. And then comes Pete Alonso. The polar bear, loved in Queens, feared everywhere else. His home runs are not swings, they're declarations of war. But the Mets have fallen apart before his eyes. Will loyalty hold, or will power seek a new home? You can feel it, the air thick with rumors, deals whispered in hotel lobbies, agents pacing under the dim glow of winter lights. Somewhere in those late-night phone calls, futures are being traded like currency. Blake Snell, a Cy Young winner still chasing the one thing stats can't buy: respect. He wants to prove that dominance isn't luck. It's legacy. Tyler Glasnow, beautiful chaos on the mound. Every pitch a gamble, every start a movie. When healthy, he's electric. But will teams bet on brilliance or durability? Matt Chapman, the defensive wall. He's been called a vacuum, a rock, a human highlight reel. But the bat, oh, the bat, it's the mystery that haunts him. Will a new ballpark revive his swing, or expose the cracks? And then, there's Cody Bellinger. A man who's lived the rise, the fall, and the rebirth. MVP to forgotten to feared again. He's proof that baseball is cruel, and beautiful. Behind the big names lurk the silent killers, players who could tilt a season without headlines. Jordan Montgomery. Reliable. Ruthless. The kind of arm that wins Octobers, not Aprils. Josh Hader. A closer with ice instead of blood. He doesn't jog to the mound, he stalks it. But the story isn't just about stars. It's about survivors. Veterans fighting for one more shot. Prospects trying to become legends before the clock runs out. And teams desperate to find the missing piece. Think about Marcus Stroman. Swagger, style, and a chip the size of a baseball on his shoulder. He's not pitching for applause, he's pitching to remind the league that belief can't be bought. Or JD Martinez, still swinging like it's 2018. He's seen generations of stars rise and fade, yet he remains. Because true hitters don't age, they evolve. Whit Merrifield. A grinder. A hustler. No headlines. No flash. Just grit and game. The kind of player who wins games when no one's watching. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Underestimated, underpaid, under the radar. Until he isn't. Until he's the spark every contender dreams of. And lurking in the shadows, relievers, role players, defensive magicians, power bats waiting for the right ballpark to turn them into monsters. The market is chaos. But it's also opportunity. Every name on the list carries a past filled with heartbreak, and a future filled with possibility. Imagine a winter night in December. Snow falling over a ballpark that's empty, but not silent. Inside the GM's office, lights burn long past midnight. They're running simulations, numbers, projections. Trying to predict the unpredictable: chemistry, confidence, clutch. Because in baseball, talent gets you paid. But heart gets you remembered. As the meetings heat up, one by one, dominoes will fall. The first signing always shakes the rest. When the ink dries, when the photos flash, when a player puts on a new jersey for the first time, it's not just a contract. It's rebirth. Some fans will cry betrayal. Others will feel hope they haven't felt in years. Every offseason breaks hearts and builds dreams, sometimes in the same city. The Dodgers, always lurking, ready to strike again. The Yankees, rewriting tradition with dollar signs. The Braves, quiet assassins building dynasties without noise. The Blue Jays, desperate to prove they belong among the elite. And somewhere in all of this, a forgotten name will rise. A player no one expected will explode. That's the beauty of it. That's baseball's poetry. Each signature tells a story. Each move shifts the balance. Each season begins in winter's silence. You can almost hear it now, the sound of new beginnings. The tension before the first pitch of spring. The dreams that haven't yet come true, but might. And when fans look back at the 2025 offseason, they won't just remember who signed where. They'll remember how it felt. The anticipation, the rumors, the hope, the heartbreak. Because in the end, these 50 free agents aren't just names on paper. They're the beating heart of baseball's next chapter. And as the snow melts and the lights return, the game will breathe again. New uniforms, new rivals, and 50 men stepping onto the diamond with everything to prove. This is the offseason, where legends are bought, built, and born. Where the story never ends, it just waits for its next swing.